Hello, Pawn family. Happy hump day. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're having an incredible day today. And thank you so much for joining. If you're joining us live, give me a hashtag live in the comments. If you're joining us on the replay, give me a hashtag replay. This is a new show called Pawn Leaders Live. We're going to be bringing up pawnbrokers who are doing incredible things, creating when it comes to marketing or new strategies that you can use to implement in your pawn shop today. And we want to do it quickly and efficiently and effectively so you can actually implement those things right now and not have to wait till another podcast or not have to wait till something else comes by. So first, let me say hi. Hey, Carly, Michael, what's up? Jordan, Danny, Alex, welcome to the live. Thank you so much. On this Pawn Leaders Live, the first show, we have a great friend of mine, someone who is in the mastermind tribe, was in the mastermind for a long time with us, learned a lot of what we taught, and then took it and created something amazing, especially how he brought in $13,000 through one message. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Pawn Leaders Live, Mr. Sam from Idaho Pawn and Gold. Sam, welcome, brother, to the show.
What's up, everybody? How you guys doing?
Thank you so much for being here. We had a conversation yesterday, and you kind of like send me a screenshot like, hey, Yigal, check out what I did. We took this customer through a journey through chat, and it's essentially made $13,000 for us so far. So for those of you who are watching, if you want to hear how he made their $13,000, just write 13 in the chat box so we know that this is the right information for you, right? So Sam, thanks for being on, bro.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited. I first want to though say the biggest thing why I made $13,000 on this one deal is all of the information everybody's sharing in the Pawn Leaders group and commenting, tagging, putting useful information out there that's been really helpful for the growth of, I guess, myself in the store.
I love that. And I think
there's a second thing. There's a second thing to it, though.
Oh, what's the second thing? Let's get to it.
So customer journey, tracking the customer journey and, running Google ads and driving in chats on your website.
So let's do this. Let's ask a question to the people watching. So we have a lot of 13s. People are interested in finding out how you made $13,000. The one question I have for people watching is, do you track your customer journey? Where they're coming from, when they leave, when the next touch point is? If you're tracking it, right, yes. If you're not tracking it, right, no. There's absolutely no judgment. I think the goal for Sam and I today is to talk about that customer journey and how you can get more customers through the door, to spend more money with you, buy more from you, and so you can make more money at the end of the day. Love it. Cool. Awesome.
Oh,
Sam,
I see the comments over here now. That's pretty cool. I didn't see it.
Okay, you didn't see it before? Yeah, so awesome. So let's talk about this real quick. Customer journey, what does that look like? Before we get into how you did it, how you brought people in and how you made the money and how you're doing it over and over again, why did customer journey become important to you?
So I can track my results and make sure you know the flow of how customers are coming in from point A to being a new customer, and then retaining them as a customer also, and watching their interactions with your business online and via links and marketing and things like that, I guess. And I wanted to really see the effectiveness of these journeys and then focus on the higher profit deals, looking back at those specific customer journeys and seeing how they got in the store. So then you can replicate that and grow it, I guess, more actively.
So basically tracking where people come from. So either your SEO, your, whatever the marketing campaigns are, retaining that client, and then making sure that client comes back more and more, essentially increasing your average customer value, because we both know there's two ways to make money. It's sell the new customers and sell more to the current customers, right?
Yes.
Cool. Mm-hmm. So do us a favor, bro. I know that you prepared something of how you took that customer through the customer journey, how they essentially made you 13K, and how you're consistently doing it over and over again every single day. So take it away, my friend.
Okay, awesome. So I haven't prepped how I'm going to talk about this. I've thought about it, but I put some images together earlier to kind of show you guys the flow without without showing my customer's phone number and some of their privacy
Great.
related things.
So you want me to
present,
go
let
ahead
me
and
present this. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So this is what we got in on one of the lots from this customer, 1,500, little over 1,500 ounces of American Eagles. So for those of you that don't know, American Eagles have a little bit of a premium. Okay, and they're really easy to liquidate. And then the customer also brought in another set of 1,600 ounces of silver. And there's Dylan over there, one of my store managers, picking up, I think it was over 100 pounds of silver. He was definitely stressing out during that photo. He's struggling like that. Yeah, we actually did a live video with this to get people to guess the amount of pounds that were there. Not in the whole lot, but a part of it, to then get more engagements after this and create a little more brand awareness that we buy huge lots of silver. Okay, so the customer journey. So in this case, or in this situation, we had a person gets our website via an organic search. So they were Googling pawn shop, gold buyer, things like that. And they came to our page and they came there at 2:45 p.m. And then they filled out a chat widget form and messaged us. And they said, hey, are you now buying 1 ounce silver Eagles? So they get an automatic reply saying, hey, thanks for sending us a message on our website. And then there was a couple replies in there that it looks like I'm missing the screenshot, but they said larger quantities. We replied. They said they have 750 ounces. And at that point, we know that this deal was a larger deal, not just 5 ounces. And so part of our in-store policy there is to try to get on the phone with the customer. So then you can see on the right here, we asked them, would it be all right if one of our precious metal specialists gives you a call? And using words like precious metal specialist or gold broker will help you close that deal than just saying, an employee in the store. And so that's where this customer journey started with the text. And then they picked up the phone and called them. And then looks like I did not put the other images, but the customer, so we closed this deal. The guy actually came in the next day with 1,500 ounces of silver, which is that first image. We closed the deal, bought the silver for a little over $40,000. And then we started blasting it out to get it sold. And so we use some opt-in campaigns like words like Gold One, where somebody will text that to our stored number. And it's a very niche-based list that we use to blast out these deals to the customers. And for those of you that know in bullion, you can wholesale it out to like Kitco or Money Metal or Money Metals Exchange or a store or a company like that. But you'll get a higher premium if you can sell it in your store to your customers. So we then took this 1,500 ounces and we blasted it out everywhere. About half of that amount sold in the store to different customers for a $2 premium per coin over what any of the larger buyers pay. And so as we went through that 1,500 ounces pulled an extra $2 premium across the board as we were posting it everywhere, blasting everybody. And we moved all of that within 24 hours at the time we were able to sell it, which added an extra $3,000 on top of the margin already built in.
Incredible.
So it's pretty awesome. And then about a week later, the customer hit us up again, said, hey, I got some more silver. Are you still interested in buying? They texted us. We got on the phone, scheduled an appointment. They came in, brought in 1,600 more ounces.
So just so people understand real quick, this is all happening through text message, right? Like most of the transaction happened start with the chat widget, two-way text messaging. And then you guys called and then he texted again saying, hey, I've got more. So he saved your text number on his phone to be able to text you again. Is that correct?
Correct.
Awesome.
Yes, he did. And in the texting, you can do some automation, which I could talk a little bit about at the end. But some of that personal approach makes a big deal and difference in how you can close a deal. So there's definitely a fine line there where you want the personal approach and you also want a little bit of automation with the texting.
Yeah, amazing. So let's talk more about that. This is actually something that you build out for your business, and you've built it out to the point where it's got the automation rolled in, so that it's just automated text messaging marketing for your clients, correct?
Correct. And it does more than texting. So the two-way texting right now and the review sending and things like that, a lot of companies do this, and it's powerful, but I think it's kind of basic, and those features are pretty easy to get. In the software we actually have that in there. But things like this customer journey, I'm going to show you guys a couple more slides down how we can track that they came from a Google ad. And you can track the journey, whether they came from a Facebook message, and things like that. And so the software is built out to do more than just two-way texting, but track that journey, ad spend, and call reporting, and all these different types of things.
Amazing. Now, obviously, for those of you who have gone through the 5-day marketing challenge, knowing that what your customer acquisition cost is, the customer journey, and see what they spend is epic for you to be able to make more and spend more in marketing and do it intelligently. Cool, man. Show us some more, man. I'm intrigued at how a pawnbroker, through one message, made so much money.
Okay.
Tell us how
I'll show you a little more. I do want to say, this deal that we netted $13K, you don't always get that kind of deal. Sometimes you can only make 1,000 on it, and that's part of getting on the phone and what do we always say? Pre-qualify your customer and see what their expectations are. And this person only wanted spot for their silver, and so a little bit of that built in a little bit of the margin. But we would have only made $9,000 off of this whole deal if we didn't have our customer list opted in and be able to blast this out to everybody to get it sold.
So let me talk about that, because I don't know if a lot of people understand what that means. It means that you've built a list for people who are already looking for bullion. And so when you bought the bullion in, you text messaged that list of customers, because you segmented that list for gold buyers to say, hey, we've got X amount of bullion that just came in. We're willing to sell it. Come in, first come, first serve, give us a call. And you had people rush in to pick it up within 24 hours.
Yes, exactly.
Amazing.
Exactly what we did.
Incredible. So can you imagine, I know that you have gun lists and different lists so that when you get something in, you can just text message that segment and say, hey, we've got a new Louis in for people who want Louis Vuittons, or bullion for those who just want bullion, or gold for those who just want gold, as opposed to sending out a message to everybody saying, we got this thing in. So you're actually targeting the perfect prospect who wants to buy that item.
Yes. Yeah. We're segmenting them out. So I look at it, there's 3 ways to do it, or I guess 2 ways to do it. One is you have a code like deals, which is for your general customer base for a long-term texting marketing campaign. And then you have these niche-based ones like gold or guns, and those are used for one-off texting for specifically those type of items. And so you segment it into those 2 types of marketing lists.
Amazing. Let's talk about that. Show us how that's done.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know if anybody's watching. This is one of my store numbers. If you want to see what the response looks like, I guess you'll get opted in here. And I have another one at the end that I built for this that I'll let you guys do it for also. But if you go ahead and text gold 1 to this phone number here, you should get an auto reply saying that you've opted into our gold 1 list. And that will then record your phone number and allow us to text blast you. And you have to do this in a specific way to meet federal regulations. And so when somebody texts, or you guys do this right now, you text that gold 1 to our phone number, that is actually a digital signature opting in. So I can't market to you I'm not supposed to market to you just by having your phone number. I can send informational text, but I can't send marketing text. And so that gold 1 should opt you in and allow us to reply with a marketing text. So these work really well for hard niche markets like gold 1, where you don't have, or like gold or silver, where you might not have thousands of customers, you have 20 or 30. Another example is Guns One. We have this up in our store. So we all know how hard guns are to market. And when you post them on Facebook, you basically lose all your abilities for boosting posts.
Yeah.
So we use a Guns One to get people to opt into our gun list.
Amazing. And obviously that's growing your list.
I don't know if I'm going too fast or slow. So
No. By the way, if anybody has questions in the comments, you can go ahead and ask. I know that Sam is here to share, and he's going to show you also how he built the software to do this and how you can do this as well.
So these niche-based markets are really powerful, and then you can work to have your text list for marketing guns and these things that you might not want to put all over your social media, so you can still boost posts and get approved on Google Ads and things like that. And it's a way to actually own your customer and see their whole customer journey. So when you send them a text, you can actually track whether they click a link and see what they've done. You can see if they call your store. And so I really recommend using opt-in programs because you now own that customer data. Facebook doesn't own it, or Google doesn't own it. You own their data. And so it's really powerful. And I've heard over the last couple of years how valuable the pawn shop data is with our customers. And I kept thinking, okay, how can I use this? How can I use this? Well, and I knew I needed to do it in two manners. One is automated and a little bit of manual. And so you get them to opt into an automated system, which markets your pawn shop for the next year and all the deals you pre-build out. And then you segment them out for your niche-based markets like guns. So there's another one we use is deals. So we'd like to post that one up. And I will say we're doing this for about 10 other stores right now. We've been going through some beta onboarding, trying it out, seeing how it's working for different industry or different locations. And I'll say the texting is different based on where you're at. So one location, one area of the country or avatar, you might get a ton of opt-ins, and other places you might not. And you only know when you try it. So we like to send out coupons, stories, and jokes. I don't know who's seen the Papa Murphy's $10 Tuesdays, but we send out a message one day a week from the point of opt-in, and we've built out 56 weeks of text messages that cycle between pawn jokes, pawn stories, and coupons, and slowest day of the week. And then that allows us to market to them in a way that is not the same thing every single week, but it's built out in a strategic manner that does it for them for the full year.
Awesome. Sam, Michael Hammer has a question. He says, do you use Guns One specifically for firearms or also ammo and accessories? What's your success rate with it?
We use it for ammo and guns. So we could segment out the ammo if we wanted, but we just do a Guns One to keep it simple, so we don't have 20 different lists that we have to manage.
And then when you send
every time when we get ammo in, what we'll do is we'll take a picture of the ammo and we will blast that picture out to everybody and say, reply if you have any questions about the ammo we have available. And usually we'll get, and probably half the people reply in that list.
And you get that stuff sold quick. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, you're talking to Sam, whose inventory turn is like what? What was your inventory turn?
I think it's what, 12.
12. Yeah, he's moving merchandise quicker than you can imagine. So incredible.
Yeah, and with decent margins too. And not only, this gives exclusive deals to your customers too. So you send them out this notification, they're going to know before anybody else, and they feel appreciative of that. So you're not only winning them as getting their data and marketing to them, you're also making them feel more appreciative that they're in like an exclusive list.
Yeah, because everybody wants to see what deals the pawn shop has, right? Everybody wants to see what's the list that comes out. So one more question, then let's move on. Doug Carlson is asking, is this the phone number that you use for incoming phone calls at the store, or one you set up separate from your regular numbers just for texting?
It's the same number that you call the store. So you set up this number is our landline that we hosted as a textable number. And then it forwards into what you call a ring all number in the store, which is a little bit more of an advanced setup. But that allows us, we actually track all of our inbound calls and record them also. So if somebody replies, I wasn't going to get into that, but if somebody calls into the store, they get a text message that says, hey, did we answer all your calls today? Or all your questions today, reply yes or no. If they reply no, then we go back and listen to the phone call. And that actually allows us to close more deals also by training and seeing what questions we did not answer.
So let's take a step back real quick. The software that you built that you're using with some other people, obviously, and we're talking about it today. One, when somebody calls that phone number, after they hung up, if it's a cell phone, they get a text message right away saying, hey, do we answer all your questions? If they answer no, then you can go back and listen to the recording of the call, which your software does. It records every call to be able to use for training as to like, hey, why didn't we explain everything? Or why didn't this customer get what they needed from the phone call?
Correct. Exactly.
Oh, that's epic. That's incredible.
And it lets you close more deals. So I'll give you an example. We had a guy who called with like 7 ounces of gold, and our team member didn't answer the questions properly. So when somebody calls about, bullion, they want a quote, we do give quotes. Well, they replied no, and listening back to the phone call, the team member who was handling it wouldn't give them a quote over the phone. They didn't handle the phone call properly. And that allowed us to have the store manager call that person back, get them a quote, and close the deal.
So it's a training tool, a lead generation tool, and something that can close more deals. Okay, keep going, man. I don't want to cut you off.
Okay.
Keep going on what you're going to show us.
Okay. How many people do we have watching right now?
We've got 12 live, but usually we get like about 150 people who watch afterwards. So.
Oh, wow. Okay. 12 is good. I like it. So this is another customer journey here. Just to show another example, this person came from a competitor keyword list. So we run Google ads that target our competitors, and we display a specific ad in front of them. And it looks like the system right here is double reporting, see the same time. But we can see that they visited based off an ad, and then they called the store. We missed their phone call. And then get this, we missed their phone call. They did a couple more replies with us. And then we sent them this opt-in text to try getting them to opt in. And this customer who came from a competitor search then opted in by replying deals to our opt-in campaign. So we actually ran ads that we missed a call on, and then we captured them into our marketing list. So I don't know if anybody can know how powerful that is, but now this customer potentially is going to come into the store. Can you hear me still?
That was my bad. It's raining like crazy here in San Diego, which is weird. So I want to mute so they can hear you speak well. So what I'm saying is, if they miss a call, if your team misses a call, it'll automatically text message the customer and say, hey, we missed your call. Let us know what you're interested in and we'll get back to you.
Correct. Yeah.
Awesome.
There's a little bit of, for about 90% of the time it works, depending how your phone system's set up. But
yeah. So I'm getting messages that says, Yigal, your mic is off. Let me know if my mic is back on. That is just a dumb human error. My apologies. So continue, brother. And by the way, we're going to show you guys how to get access to what he's doing. So stay on.
So at the end of this, in a minute, I'm going to show you guys how to get access, and I'll show you a little bit just quickly how it works for everybody. So one more point to the missed call thing. January 1st, we were testing beta with 3 other stores, and everybody was closed. And we didn't even have the missed call replies on. I'll be honest. We didn't have them on. We weren't running that yet. We didn't see the power in it. And all of a sudden, January 1st, everybody had a ton of calls, and because we're call tracking. It's something like 200 calls in a day. I think I had 70 calls that day, all missed. And I just kept thinking, how can I capture these customers? Like, all calls don't have to be lost. If somebody calls asking for a PS4 and we don't have it, or we missed that call on January 1st, we don't have to lose them forever. And so not only did call tracking on January 1st make us realize next year we're going to open on January 1st, it also, if we had call replies on for missed calls, we would have been able to capture those customers and potentially turn some of them into clients.
Amazing.
So also the data analytics on the call volume is useful.
So Sean is asking, can you set up and replicate this whole system to other stores? So if you have multiple stores, let's say, can this replicate and do it for each store?
Yes. Yeah, we have 2 stores right now that we're operating three locations for them with the system.
Bro, show us some more. This is seriously,
Okay.
when you showed this to me the other day, I was shocked. And I was like, we got to show this to the Pawn family. So,
All right, so this is the guy getting the auto reply back, giving him a discount code, very customizable. And I will say every store has to be set up when you get it into this level of detail. Every store is customized because your needs and your avatar are different. And because something works for me, the type of reply, it might not work exactly as good for you. And so that's part of the onboarding, setting it up to be customized for you. So it's called pawnleads.com, pawnleads or pawnleads.com. So remember that. So we called it.
It's hard to forget when it's close to Pawn Leaders. So it's just pawnleads.com.
Yeah, and there's a reason. There's a reason for that. So in your pillars, one of the things you say a leader needs to have is to be a marketer. And
Yes.
so I really thought about it and how this is the marketer for a pawn leader.
Love that, brother.
Incredible. And I did ask you if I could broadcast this name.
You did. And I was fully fine with it. So for those of you who are watching, let me know if you think this is incredible, by the way, in the chat, what Sam has built. And I know that he's beta tested 10 stores. I've spoken to some of those people. They love what they're seeing. They love the feedback. They love the call recordings, the seeing how many calls came in, the missed the call, the lead generation. It's just such a powerful tool for pawn shops, because I think that if you miss one lead, after you know what your average customer value is, right? Some stores I saw $200, $800. If you miss a customer, you're missing out on hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So if you can capture all that like you're showing, Sam, and I know that your software does, then you can make tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars more just by seeing and capturing this information. And we've got some.
So if anybody wants access, what we did is we have a couple different plans, and what you're seeing with my store is a more advanced plan, which has you basically have a concierge level service. We do everything for you, and I have a team of 7 people right now that help with this. But what I wanted to do is give everybody an extreme discount for at least 2-way texting and an opt-in program. And so to get access, you can just go to pawnleads.com, or you can text Yigal Rocks to this phone number. If I can get one person to do it, I'll do it too with my phone, just to show you guys what will happen. And I want to talk about this so you can see the customer journey happen right now. So you can see it live. Okay. And I didn't tell Yigal I was doing this until like 2 minutes before the call.
So I'm going to text Yigal Rocks to this number, right?
Yep. And then it's going to have a 60-second delay, and you're going to get a reply.
Okay.
And then what I want to tell you guys before I show you what the replies look like. So our 2-way texting system, that piece of it comes with 2,000 text messages a month. And basically it's at cost. And what that means is text messages cost anywhere from a penny to 3 pennies a piece. And for $30 a month, you'll get all of that. So if you're just texting with people and replying, you're not going to ever hit a 2,000 cap. If you start blasting your 10,000 customer list, that's different. And we have a pay per message option, which is 4 cents a message. And then we have some other programs you'll see on the website where you get 10 or 20,000 messages, our built out 56-week campaign for marketing. and you get discount on Google Ads, all these different things that allow us to be the marketer with you and for your store.
Got it. So Sean's asking, let me bring this up real quick. What are the ways you get the opt-in list of the customers? Can you import customer leads from a POS system? That's a great question.
Yeah, so what we do if you're on one of our programs, we'll import that list with you, and we'll send an opt-in message out to your customers to get them to opt in, and we'll work with you to design the right kind of message that works for them. Normally an opt-in campaign works well if you give them something. So you say, hey, for, reply Yigal rocks to get 10% off your next visit in our store. And then you will see a nice opt-in. You can get anywhere from 5 to 15% opt-in rate on your first text blast like that. And then you can do a few after.
Just so people see, I got the response already. I don't know if it's gonna, because my camera is crazy.
Oh yeah, there you go.
There you go. Thanks for watching the live video. Get the gold guide here. Create your account here. Check the banner at the top. It takes us 24 hours to get your account up and running. So you can also send pictures. You've sent me pictures before. So if I click on the picture comes up, which is pretty cool.
Is this you here, 619?
Don't show them my phone number. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No, they can't see it. So let me post it up here.
Okay.
Yeah. So go back to the number so they can text it because Sean wants to see it.
Okay.
Real quick.
What I want to do is show. Actually, I'll just do it with my name.
That's fine. I don't care. If people text message me too much, I'll just block their number. No, I'm kidding.
No text. Sorry about that.
It's all good. So a couple of people are saying like there's programs like Check It and other two-way text messaging platforms. Can this replace those? And I'm going to guess that the answer is yes. Correct?
Yes, it can. I don't want to be competition with them. We're more than that. We're not just two-way texting. But this $29.95 deal, I'm going to be honest, it will replace everything they're doing. And my goal is to then get on an onboarding video with you, get you through the 29 package on board, and show you everything else the system does. So then you're like, hey, Sam, knocking on my door every day. Let's get that upgrade. And that's my goal of why I'm doing it this way.
Because that upgrade is going to get the pawn shop and the pawnbroker way more clients, way more data, way more touch points to be able to sell more, pawn more, and make more money. Love it.
Yes.
You want to bring up? I'm going to take that. Bring up the interaction, what that looks like once somebody.
Okay.
Did you get that?
So can you see my screen right now?
I just brought it up. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to just show you on my number here. Okay. So this is me. So these links here, when you guys click the Get the Gold guide, I'm going to just do it on my phone and show you what happens. So it's going to like transfer me to where the guide is. Okay. And it's going to give you the guide. But what happens is when I look at the activity, I can actually now see that this customer or me clicked on this trigger link. And so what we do when we run text blasts in different programs, you set up trigger links that get them to click it and engage, and you can track what is working and what isn't. And this is the same way that Google reviews are done, and the tracking on those review links is it's just a trigger link that I mean, it sounds basic, but it's kind of complex to roll out. But it's a trigger link that tracks if they click it or not.
So you know exactly where they're coming from. Every click, you know exactly where they're coming from.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
And yeah, so crazy powerful. This thing, if you reply with your email, you're going to get another text. It's going to auto add your email into the system, and then it's going to, in 30 minutes, send you the same message to your email. Some other things built into the system. There's all kinds of things. Some of these are back-end features you're seeing right here, and some are just on the front end for you. And depending what plan you're on will depend what features you get. But you can do email blasts in here. It can pretty much replace MailerLite or any of those systems. We build websites for you. So we could build websites in the system for you and different things like that to make it very powerful, to track the full customer journey and make marketing work for you.
One of the best things about this, and when you explain to me, is that you walk the pawnbroker hand in hand to be able to set up all their messaging, all of their automation, so that it's all set up for the rest of the year with their marketing campaign. It's not like here's two-way texting, that's it. It's you guys sit down with the pawnbroker, set up all of the marketing for them, 52 messages, make sure it's all working properly. And that's one of the best things about it. It's not like, here you go, that's it. It's the quality of service that you guys give to show the result at the end.
Yes. Yeah. So the 29 package, we're going to get you two-way texting. We're going to show you how to do one opt-in program. We're going to give for you the deals one. We'll configure that on the onboarding call. I'm going to teach you how to blast the text messages out, and you're off running. Now, if you want to be on there's a $400, $495 package, you're going to get like hours of work from us every single month, configuring things and rolling it out to work properly for you. It's pretty awesome. And to go on with that, the 56-week text program, we built out a 56-week text program that works off of, I believe it's 8 variables. So you'll give us, what is your slowest day of the week? What is your slowest pawn day of the week? What is a flash sale? And these different types of lead magnets. And then we're going to use that in the 56-week campaign to market for you for the whole year.
Amazing. So it's all set up for the pawnbroker. They don't have to do much work except for answer what needs to be answered.
Correct.
Love that.
Yeah, just engage in the two-way texting, basically. We set it all up. I will say that it's not all automated. Even the $30 package, there's a little bit of manual effort on our end to get it set up. And bear with us if you're signing up. I got a team of 6 right now, and we've brought on 15 people so far to beta this, leverage it with every single feature. And bear with us during the onboarding process. And if you have feedback, I really want that feedback. That's part of this initial push here, or second push, is to get some feedback.
The coolest part about this is that you are deploying this and testing it in your own shops, because you're a pawnbroker with pawn shops currently still in the pawn business. So you're deploying new stuff all the time, what's working, what's not, and then essentially rolling that out to the Pawn Leads customers.
Yeah. Yeah. So I see Sean's question about if it works with Bravo. My store uses Bravo. So there's not a direct integration, but every day one team member does an export of the customers. They segment some different things and they just put them in, and the marketing starts happening. So it's about a 15-minute process every day that keeps that consistency.
Incredible. Sam, thank you so much for being here. If you guys have messages, if you guys have questions, go ahead and ask in the chat box. If not, you can always text Yigal Rocks to 208-273-4642. I'm sure Sam will reply back, or somebody from his team will reply back with any questions. It's worth taking a look at. The fact that you've automated this for slow days, you've automated it for, they can send out probably a blast for birthdays. For, hey, you bought your ring 6 months ago, come get a free cleaning. You can segment all the lists, I think, is one of the best things about this, because when you segment lists, you make more money from the list. And that's the truth. When you can niche down your list and you can say, hey, you bought a diamond ring from us 6 months ago, come clean it. They'll come into the store and they'll buy something else. And that's huge in of itself. So congratulations for building something so awesome for the pawn industry. Those of you who are watching, try it out for $30 a month. I think it's incredible to test it out. And I know Sam will answer any questions that you have.
Thanks, everybody. And in that link, you're going to get 30 days free access also. And feel free to text any questions to that phone number on your Yigal's screen there, and I'll take a look at it and reply with you if you want. Awesome. And go get some gold and silver.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Go make some money. And we'll see you on the next episode of Pawn Leaders Live. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, let me know in the comments. If you want to see more tips and tricks from different pawnbrokers to come in and help you grow your pawn business, let me know. I'll do more and more of these. And Sam, thank you for what you do for the pawn industry. Thank you for being a great friend. And I look forward to seeing the success of what you built in the near future.
Thanks.
All right.
Appreciate
Bye, everybody.
you.
Take care. Stay safe, stay healthy, and love you all. We'll talk to you guys soon.